Hi, folks. This is Charles Butler, host of The Reality Check with Charles Butler on Genesis Communication Network. We are using Facebook Live this morning. We had a great show. Our show airs every morning on Genesis Communication Network, www.gcnlive, from 8 to 10 a.m. You can catch us. And our call-in number is 800-259-5791. So, this morning I want to talk a little bit about Mr. Trump's elevation of Steve Bannon and Priebus to the Oval Office. You know, when I listened to the pundits last night and this morning, and I decided this. Last election, when Mr. Obama chose Rahm Emanuel as his chief of staff, I knew right then and there that this was going to be a bad ride. I had given Barack the benefit of the doubt until he started selecting his cabinet. When he selected Rahm as chief of staff, I knew there was not going to be anything but contention, chaos, misdirection, misinformation, because that's what Rahm Emanuel's about. He's not a good person. And, how can you pick a guy who's often flying off the handle to be your chief of staff, someone who's supposed to be a negotiator? Rahm Emanuel is a bully. He has a reputation for being a bully. But he can't bully people like me because I don't care what he thinks or who gave him a title. It's not important. So, some people, especially those folks in Washington, they like to play this title game. And that is, someone gives you a title, so you're supposed to respect these people. You don't have to. And I think that the difference between Priebus and Steve Bannon being in the Oval Office is Reince has a history of being able to work with people, smoozing people, being able to convince people. That's his style. Reince is good at that. He'll be very good, I think, as chief of staff. However, you have the hammer in the Oval Office, Steve Bannon, who knows what people want out here in America, who voted for Donald Trump. You have folks who want to build that wall. We're very serious about building that wall. You have folks who are very serious about deportation. And I know that, as President as President Donald Trump has to go lightly but carry a big stick. One of my heroes was John Mitchell, President Nixon's Attorney General and also campaign manager. I remember reading this on several different occasions and listening to people tell this story, how this black minister came in with protesters to protest Mr. Mitchell. He didn't know anything about John Mitchell. He only knew that he was a Republican and he had to be racist because he was a Republican. Nothing could have been further from the truth about Nixon or John Mitchell. So they were in this office. He had all these protesters in the office waiting to castigate Mr. Mitchell and to shout him down. And John Mitchell walked in and greeted them. Hello, how are you? I understand your concerns. He said, but listen, I want to tell you this. Watch what we do, not what we say. Watch what we do, not what we say. And Mr. Mitchell became the only attorney general to implement a very aggressive desegregation of the schools program and project. No, it wasn't Kennedy. No, it wasn't Johnson, the civil rights icons of presidents who were two of probably the most racist presidents we had, besides Barack Obama. And I'll tell you about that a little later. But if Barack Obama was a white man, he'd be considered the most racist president we've had in modern times. I think that's without equivocation, and that's based on his policies and how they've negatively affected blacks in every measurable matrix in social and economic venues. So, with that said, I think Steve Bannon is going to be the hammer, the strategist to keep Mr. Trump on track, to keep him pointed in the right direction, to keep the pressure on Congress to do the right thing. You notice how Paul Ryan, that rhino, has come full circle. Oh, we could get so many things done with President-elect Trump. He wasn't saying that last Tuesday, when he was still saying, well, I'm going to vote for Mr. Trump, but I'm not going to endorse him. Hello? But who cares? We, the American people, we don't care about endorsements. We don't care if Jay-Z is out there endorsing Hillary Clinton. Why? Because Jay-Z is a crook. He's a criminal. You know, he's alleged to have killed people. He's a known drug dealer. Said he dealt drugs, and somehow he's supposed to be smart because these people in the entertainment business, these white people and Jews, gave him this money. So somehow he's a smart guy. He's an okay guy now. No, he's not. Nor is Snoop Dogg, who gets commercials with Lee Iacocca. See, they put blacks like this in play and they give them prominence because they're ghetto. They don't have any education. They don't understand the system, but they give them money and they buy them off. Those are the new minstrels, the Jay-Z's, the Snoop Dogg's, and all those people. You know, you have some guys out there who've done a good job though. Dr. Dre, Ice Cube, even Ice-T. And these guys are, as far as I'm concerned, model guys, model citizens who understand the system. They don't get involved in the politics, and they just roll with it. You know, they know the game. But to have Jay-Z stand up and call black people and black women W's and B's and N's and MF's, and then put his arm around Hillary Clinton, and she's smiling. Is she stupid? But see, this is a guy who got invited to the White House numerous times. Barack Obama, Michelle Obama, totally ghetto. I hope that we have some better parties, some better representation. And as someone said, if those Negroes don't stop throwing parties, I will spit. They didn't throw parties when they were living over in their little apartment in Hyde Park. They didn't throw parties over at Kenwood, their little place in Kenwood, but they partied with the people's money. I'll be so glad when Obama's out of Air Force One. And by the way, you can take this to the bank. Donald Trump will be kicking a black family out of their home. The Obamas. Just thought I'd put that in there. Hey, look, have a good one. Join me at Charles Butler Conservative on Facebook, Charles Butler 52 on Twitter. And my webpage is where you can find today's clips and a lot of new stuff is the reality check, charlesbutler.com. Have a great one. Don't forget to listen to the show tomorrow morning. Thanks.